A search and rescue expert recognized worldwide for his insight is weighing in tonight on the case of a West Michigan teen missing now for nearly a year.
Devlin Tait was 18 when he vanished from the Ionia County village of Lake Odessa last April.
Target 8 investigator Susan Samples takes us inside the investigation. She did that earlier in the week, and now she's back on the case tonight.
Detectives are still asking for your help, especially if you live in Ionia, Berry, or Eaton counties. Devlin Tait had friends or family in all three and was known to walk between them. As we near the anniversary of his disappearance last April, we turn to a search and rescue expert for his insight, but we hear first from community members who've been trying to help.
A possible matching subject on Johnson Road.
For that missing person, I had a passerby believes he was sighted just walking north on Jordan Lake past Tupper Lake. How do you know that it's him?
I'm sitting right here. He walked right in front of me, and I've been seeing posts about him for like a week now.
It's not for lack of effort that this puzzle persists.
He was wearing a black shirt, black pants. From behind, it kind of looked like him.
Despite dozens of tips in 10 months, not a single confirmed sighting since Devlin Tait failed to return to his grandma's house the night of April 21st, last seen on a surveillance camera that morning, walking east through a grocery store parking lot in Lake Odessa.
Singing hallelujah.
That's Tait enjoying a Sunday at Bob's Barn Jamboree in Lake Odessa. 3 weeks later, he would vanish.
He actually fits pretty clearly in the autism spectrum disorder.
Target 8 took Tait's case to Virginia-based search and rescue expert Robert Kester, known worldwide for his research on lost person behavior and models he built to predict their most likely locations, based on the missing subject, the type of terrain, and a database of 500,000 prior search outcomes, cases he'd been collecting since 1992.
A 3-year-old child is going to behave different than a 12-year-old child, who's going to behave different than a lost hiker, who's going to behave differently than somebody who has dementia, who's going to behave very differently than somebody who's on an ATV.
Kester said he would need more case facts to do a full prediction, but in general, statistically, based on Tait's diagnosis of autism and the terrain, there's a 75% chance Tait is less than 2 miles from his last known location. And those searchers have covered a lot of ground.
But the probability is high that he could be in an area that has already been searched. It's very easy to miss a person on a search. Fully trained searchers can miss a subject.
It's been almost 40 weeks without a word from him.
Tait's grandma and aunt hope he's holed up with someone who's helping him avoid legal troubles. He'd been racking up misdemeanors. He had also mentioned trying to get to Arizona to live with his birth mom. But Ionia County Undersheriff Andrew Buchholz says as time goes on, the likelihood it was foul play or an accident goes up.
There's plenty of bridges, there's lots of water. You know, the possibility that an accident occurred is definitely out there.
If you're walking around at night and you don't see the water, you can wind up in the water.
I hope he's safe wherever he's at. I hope he's still alive.
One of investigators' theories that Tait had an accident of some sort while walking from Lake Odessa to Vermontville, Nashville, or Hastings. They're asking folks who live in those areas to keep an eye out. If you have any information, even if you're not sure it will help, the Ionia County Sheriff's Office asks that you call them or Silent Observer. I'm Target 8 investigator Susan Samples.